Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Gun now on third down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run it and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is brought in at the 21. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 37. A quick throw here out to Brown. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Still 9 remaining on second down. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. From the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over at the 20 in a scoreless game. The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good. And looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Going deep here for Bryant. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tight end Harrison Bryant, the intended target. And it's second down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. But this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
20! And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards.
First down and goal to go.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Jones will try and run with it. Here's a quick throw right side. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
2nd and goal from the 1. Punch it in with Eckler. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Daniel Jones, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. And this is good. Our score, 7-0, Tennessee.
Makes the score Titans 7, Browns 0. Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
85-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same. but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
The tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Complete to
that might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph. 1-yard gain.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
1-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
Markey lining up for the extra point.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble. And you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw here. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Harrison Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. That'll bring up 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Down and 11.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He's brought down at the
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a 1st down.
1st down.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain.
You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. This is caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Just shy of the goal line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
And goal.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Parkey's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Browns.
A run for Nick Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2nd and 11. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give it to Chubb. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Cody Parkey on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by Parkey is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. From the gun, Jones. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Brings up
just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now Parkey for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he floats one there, incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now on 2nd and 13, Jones. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Jones. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. That's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Tie it right. We got 4. Check.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Browns 26, Titans 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Browns.
He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2.
It's Eckler again. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now Jones. Flush to his right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That's good.
27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. Running on first down, Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Jones, and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Browns 32, Titans 21. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. In the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be able to get this up to about the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play that time for the Titans. 62 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Throwing, Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
today's final
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Browns, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Thank you.